This is a 90-foot Horizon. It's a 2015, and the interesting thing about this one is the fact it's the Sky Lounge version, and I will explain exactly what that means once we get into the accommodation. The big bathing platform down here, that one there is crew access. There's 2 crew access areas, and so I'll show you that from the inside when we do the crew areas. We're going to head on here first of all. Lovely big cockpit area here at the back of the boat. There's a bar area as well where Maggie's chilling out, and so you can see you've got the fridge and the sink and all the usual bits and pieces. But a standout feature with this boat, I think, is the woodwork. Look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. High gloss, beautifully finished. It's absolutely fantastic. Now the first thing to mention as we come in here is the fact it has a day heads on this level, which for a 90-foot boat is not something you necessarily always find. I think the other interesting thing about it, look at this over here. Oh, lovely, it's kind of Art Deco, isn't it? Just brilliant. The other thing with this is that because it has the Sky Lounge, the helm position is up on the upper deck, and so this opens this whole deck out right the way forward for living space. It's just brilliant. I love this desk here. Imagine working there, writing your memoirs or whatever. Just brilliant. Dining area is here, as you can see. There's storage all the way around the outside of this, down in places like this. And those there are actually refrigeration. So that one and that one, because the galley is here, so that's sort of a bit of overflow refrigeration there. You didn't manage to say that, did I? Tripped over my teeth. If we move forward a bit further, these are the main refrigerators over here. So those are just kind of like backups. We've got the wine cooler here as well, the coffee machine, and if we swing on around here, a really fully fitted galley. So that one there, for example, is, I think, a trash compactor. That one's the dishwasher, and then you've got the mealer cooking equipment and so forth, and a ton of storage. What's nice about this is it opens straight out to there. It's just such a lovely social area. You stand here and chat to people, sat at the dining table, whatever. But you can see what I mean about the length of this main deck. That's up to the Sky Lounge. We'll look at that obviously shortly. And another really lovely area up here. It's kind of like a country kitchen situation, isn't it? Great place in the morning for people to congregate, have something to eat, and again, connected perfectly with the galley. Side access door, so you can go straight out to the side decks from here. In fact, there's one on this side as well. We'll head forward, we'll take a look at the lower deck. And what we've got down here then, this is what I mean about this woodwork. Look at the way they've done this. It's just stunning. VIP guest cabin, right up here in the bow. It actually smells delicious, this boat as well. I don't know what's in it in terms of, I don't know, air fresheners or something, but it really does smell clean and fresh and lovely in here. Loads of storage about the place, all the kind of stuff that you would expect. Same down here. And then, again, we talk about that woodwork. Look at where they finished just one door, the way that it's got this inlaid panel here, and it's all edged. Stunning. There is a hanging locker in behind there, like so, and that one is the ensuite. All of the cabins down here are ensuite. There's 4 of them. Nice size, nicely appointed. Let's press on back. Another cabin over on this side, 2 singles as you can see for yourself in here. Again, wardrobe tucked away in behind here, and storage down underneath the beds in the bedside cabinet and so forth. And here is the ensuite. Again, big separate shower area. A lot of volume to this boat, and it's used well. It's the stairway that we came down. We'll head back again, and we've got bunk beds in this cabin, but again, it does have a proper ensuite with a separate shower, so even the smallest cabin is well catered for. And hanging locker again, like so. Alrighty, finally we have the owner's cabin. Check this out. Look at that, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? Fantastic. The S word again, just storage everywhere. We've got the ensuite to this cabin is over here. And again, I point out the woodwork because it is delicious. Just fantastic. Real feeling of sort of craftsmanship in this, really. And then, as you'd expect, the biggest shower in the boat is down in here, in the owner's ensuite. Fantastic. A wave in the mirror. You fans of the mirror waves, I actually get told off now if I don't wave in the mirror. It's come to this. There we go. Look at that. What a beautiful cabin. I love the inset lighting up in places like this as well. It's gorgeous. If we come around the other side then, there is a walk-in wardrobe here, and there must be a light for that somewhere. I don't know where it is. Ah, hang on. Hey, there we go. So that's that. You've got your hanging rails, got your storage down there, but that's not the only one, because there's one back here as well. Look at this. Shoe racks. Fabulous. Let's just drink that one in again for a moment, and then we will head on forward. TV in the wall, as you can see for yourself. What we'll do now, I love these double doors to this. It's a real sense of occasion, isn't it? Imagine opening those and striding out through here every morning. Just fantastic. Alrighty, let's go back up here. And what we're going to do now, back onto this just vast main deck. I mean, look at it. Alrighty, Sky Lounge. So that's up here. And the standard boat doesn't have this. The standard boat would just have a flybridge up here, but the Sky Lounge version gives you this great area up here. And of course the helm station's up here. This is what's freeing up all that space on the main deck by putting the helm on the upper deck. These two fantastic seats here. Very, very comfortable. It's all multifunction displays. We've got monitoring systems, so you've got cameras around the boat, engine room, the boarding passerelle and so on. And of course all of these are configurable however you want. This one's showing levels for tank levels, water levels, all that kind of stuff is all displayed there. Bow and stern thrusters, engine controls, stabilization, all that kind of stuff is all right there. This here is a remote control for the multifunction display, so that you don't have to be constantly leaning forward and prodding at the screens. You can just sit back and control everything from there. And the view out of here, of course, because we are raised up, well, see for yourself. Look at that. That's fantastic. And the Florida skyline, we're in Fort Lauderdale at the moment. So back here, nice little saloon area. But the other thing you have up here is another day heads. So I mentioned it was rare to find a day heads on a 90-foot boat. This has got a day heads on both decks, main deck and this upper deck. Very impressive. Let's have a last little stroke of the woodwork because it is so nice. And we'll head outside. So this one takes us out to the aft deck. Now what you've got here is this really lovely tucked away little dinette area. That's a great place to sit because you're under the shelter of this sort of bulkhead here. And it comes around the sides as well. So even when the boat's underway, it's a wonderful sheltered, shady space to sit. You've got a hot tub up here as well, but then you've also got a crane on the back, so that'll lift a tender, or you could put a couple of jet skis up here if you wanted to. I think it'll take about a 14-foot tender, if I remember rightly. But yeah, that's a nice deck area. Fantastic. You can see there's a little ladder just up there. That pops you up onto the top, so if you want to get to things, well, life rafts are up there, navigation equipment, so maintenance, that sort of stuff, that's how you get up there. Brilliant. Barbecue is here. And then you've got, obviously, your sink and fridge and so forth. Alrighty, let's go and take a... I'm overusing alrighty in this video, aren't I? Let's go and take a wander around the decks. And then we'll look at the crew areas and we will look at the engine space. So I'll give Maggie a little pat on the, whatever the top of Maggie counts as. Doors on the side here, so you've got side access. If you're against a key, you can step straight off. And then if we wander up here, I love these overhangs with the lighting in, always feels special. Quite a big walk from one end to the other. Side access door here. So that was one of the ones that we saw from the main deck. Then we can come right up, lovely area up here, and so peaceful. You can really feel it actually, having moved from one end of the boat to the other. You've got all the noise and bustle of the quay at that end. and then peace and quiet up here. So this is a really useful area. Love this seat up in the front. That would be a lovely place to tuck yourself away with a good book. Good morning, Florida. Fantastic. We're going to head down this side now. That's the main deck, and that is the Sky Lounge deck, so the helm position is up there. That's why you get that incredible view. Deck lockers here. Really decent size. And if we wander back down this side, this is the other door from the main deck out onto the side deck. We'll head right on back. See, this is one of those cameras, you know, I mentioned that it had cameras dotted around the place. That's one of them. And then we can open this fella here, and that'll bring us on down. Okay. So this is the crew area down here. And what we've got is a really nice mess area. Look at this, tucked in down here. Again, you've got to bear in mind it's a 90-foot boat, but that actually is a pretty decent space. Proper little galley down here, refrigeration, the laundry facilities are down here as well. And the other thing that's down here, of course, is the heads for this area. That's around in here. So toilet, sink, and a separate shower in there. That's the steps that we came down. And then if we move on back, there are two cabins down here. Now that is the door. Remember when we first came on the boat, there's the bathing platform, and I said there's a door there down into the crew area. That is that, so two ways in and out of here. And then we've got the cabin here with the two bunk beds, obviously hanging lockers and so forth. These are in use, so I'm not going to go into too much depth with these. And then there's a double cabin on this side. So that would be like your captain's cabin, little desk in there and so forth. It is nicely done, isn't it? I think that's great. Some of the control systems are down here as well, so stuff like this, switch panels and so forth, are also accessed from in here. Okay, last thing to talk about then is the motors. They are up here. So we're going to head on forward. Into here. Caterpillar engines in this one. They are a pair of C32s, a very, very popular engine. C32 Acerts, to give them their proper title. And these are 1,900 horsepower each. There we go, C32 Acert. And they're going to give the boat about 24 knots. Flat out. Cruises at about 18, or we can drop the speed right back to 10 knots to get the range, and you'll be doing about 1,000 miles between pull-ups. We can come right round these. We've got generators then on the outside, like so. Fan systems, like we can hear rushing away there. It's very clean actually, isn't it? For the considering this boat was it 2015, so she's not far off a decade old. That is rather impressive. Let's come around this side. There we go. You can see the other generator then, which is actually purring away as we speak, and water maker over on this side as well. Fantastic. Very well lit area, and actually quite remarkable headroom. Look at that. This is where everybody mocks me for saying I'm 6'2", but you know, this is the first video you've watched, you wouldn't know, would you? All right, I think we're about done, aren't we? Let's head back out this way. So we'll close that one up. There we go. Another switch panel here. And we'll come back up this one. And I think let's head back up to that lovely, peaceful spot. Let's close that behind me because the air conditioning's on in there. It's a warm old day here in Florida. Lovely. And there we have it. All that remains to be said is massive, massive thanks to my good friends at Denison Yachts. Set this one up. Huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this one, but I think that is a rather nice piece of kit. Catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care, bye-bye.